right, we've got the chopper slid ahead on this. Got the short belt put on. I don't know why they think you have to have the chopper spinning, even though there's nothing going to be going through it. There's the chopper. All this stuff is going to be coming off of here. But they say you got to have it, whatever. I bet you if I just left that alone, I wouldn't need it. But they got a special short belt that you put on here when you roll the chopper ahead so that it still spins. There's the old belt. There's the dummy plug for the chopper sensor. It's just, it makes a loop, tricks it. I wish I had a place to hang that, but that's all right. One other thing is I took the perforated door off the elevator. I think we'll put this one back on. Down there on the, where it goes up. There we go. There. Well, these hoses just reached. Hopefully they last. They aren't too good anymore, but they just reached over there. I think on the bean head they kind of attach over there to the right further, but just long enough. Hey, look at that. What's that noise? Must be something in the head. I hear a tink, 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 tink all the time. So, oh, that might be what the problem is. I got one of those missing. Wonder if I can get a guide for an old head like this. Thought I better get a little of this. It's not got good color yet. Rake up very good though. Muddy underneath yet. Get this off of that mud. There's a wad of green right there. Well, I couldn't believe it, but they had some of these in stock. So yeah, these are smaller than what's on a 200 or 900 series head. These are smaller. They got smaller retractable fingers there, and they're just smaller all around. And so, like, there's the part number in case you got, somebody's gonna need some, I bet. H77 515. They said they had 3,000 of them in inventory, and hit the wrong button. Said there's over 3,000 available. They had 4 on hand. I bought 4, so yeah. some air in these tires, I guess. Let's say the 11th. So a week later, the corn is up to the top of the fuel tank. This is plenty early for this alfalfa, but man, that orchard grass really come back. It's just as tall as the alfalfa in here. Some of it even headed out again. It's amazing what happens when it rains. Alfalfa's as tall as the axle, I guess. Well, you can see it on the mower. Looks like there's pretty good crop out here. Sounds fine now. Wait till he gets a little hay in there and starts making a noise. I can hear it already, but just a little bit. I think it's as soon as you get a little tension on that, it starts thumping at you. I'll bring it back when it's making the noise. Over here and it stops. Maybe it'll start again here shortly. There it goes. I think that is I think that's the sprocket or the shaft moving in the bearing. The bearing is a hex bearing. That's the only thing I can think. Is it's that starter roll in there slipping inside the bearing. The shaft must be worn just enough. That's like I said, I tried taking the sprocket off or the bearing off, and then I took and just peened the hell out of it. Put about a dozen dimples in each face of that shaft, and I had to drive the bearing on, but I don't think it was enough to, because you can hear it. Otherwise, everything is quiet on that thing. As soon as you dump the bale, it's quiet. Well, we're trying to do a little baling here. This was mowed. God, did I mow this on Sunday? It's Thursday night. It's been rained on. Well, yeah, I got. Was it Sunday that I mowed all this? I think we mowed the hay Sunday, and then it got piss pounded Sunday evening. So that's not that big a deal. I generally don't worry if you mow it and it gets rained on shortly after. That we do that quite often, especially when you got gophers. We'll go out there and mow it. You know, if there's a really good chance of rain, we'll mow it right before the rain to get through the gopher piles before they turn to mud. And that a little bit of rain on it when it's still green, or you know, barely wilted, that doesn't bother it. Otherwise, I think it's pretty good stuff yet. We did get another shower on it yesterday morning. Not much, mostly heavy dew, but I raked it this morning. It blew a tire on the 3010, or yeah, front tire on the 3010. This is saying it's wet, 30%. Here it's not so wet, it doesn't think, but there it is, 30%. And I call baloney on that, because it's not. I think it's just the humidity picking up, and it's actually pretty nice stuff. I think we're saving quite a few leaves. This is what we baled last night. Well, some of it in the afternoon. I've got 8 weights on the front, and I could use a couple more. When you do this, a single lift, something like 8,000 pounds or something. It's a lot. Way more than you can keep the front end down with, but I think I could fit 12 weights on the rack, so that would probably be helpful. If she gets a little, going uphill, she gets a little light. I always thought this was a 28-foot rake. It's not. It's closer to a 25, and I got it set for 25 and a half, and I should have went 25. It's pretty tight on the edges sometimes. I guess I could change my overlap a little higher, but otherwise, yeah. Am I getting it all? Not really. Almost got it all. As if it's not hard enough to get the hay dry. It's already walking away, so I guess I will just leave this. fields, we'll just go across the, as it picks it up really good that way. Oh, what the heck? Who's the guy that raked this stuff and broke off all that corn? Who was that? That was me. What do you think of my accumulator? It piles all these bales in bundles of 2. Good idea?